Good evening and welcome to the Channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Australia's most decorated living soldier, Ben Roberts-Smith, has lost a historic defamation case against 3 newspapers that accused him of war crimes in Afghanistan. The Sydney Morning Herald, The Age and the Canberra Times newspapers in 2018 ran articles accusing Roberts-Smith of playing a part in the unlawful killings of 6 Afghans during his deployment.
Corporal Ben Roberts-Smith.
The 44-year-old, here meeting the Queen in 2014, claims he suffered a substantial loss of earnings following the newspaper allegations. The civil trial was the first time a court has assessed accusations of war crimes by Australian forces. A judge said 4 of the 6 murder allegations, all denied by the soldier, were substantially true.
The findings by Justice Anthony Basenko today that Roberts-Smith participated in the execution of Afghans confirms our reports that the Victoria Cross recipient breached the Geneva Convention and is a critical step towards justice for the families of the murder victims.
Moscow's relentless aerial assaults on Ukraine have killed another 3 people on Thursday, including a 9-year-old girl, her mother and another woman who were shot out of a shelter. Ukraine said it shot down 10 ballistic and Iskander cruise missiles in Russia's 18th attack on the capital Kyiv since the start of May. But a 9-year-old girl, her mother and another woman died when rocket debris fell near an air raid shelter that they had been trying to enter.
We have weeks long, every day the Russians send their kamikaze drone and missiles to our hometown, and a lot of people killed, a lot of buildings destroyed. We have a big part of people who have an injury, and yes, of course, people very angry. People very angry. It's not the war, it's genocide against Ukraine, against Ukrainian people from Russia.
The House of Representatives has approved a deal to allow the United States to borrow more money days before the world's biggest economy was due to start defaulting on its debts.
The yeas are 314, the nays are 117. The bill is passed.
The measure easily passed the chamber by a vote of 314 to 117, despite some defections on both sides of the aisle. The Senate must vote on the bill later this week before President Joe Biden can sign it into law. The government is forecast to hit its borrowing limit on Monday the 5th of June. That has left little margin for error as lawmakers race to avoid the US defaulting on its $31.4 trillion debt, which underpins the global financial system. European leaders have met for a security meeting during the European Political Community Summit in Moldova. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky took part in the roundtable. Earlier, he reiterated Ukraine's desire to join the European Union after arriving in Moldova, which borders Ukraine. The European Political Community Summit brings together over 40 European leaders. Entrepreneur Elon Musk has praised staff at a Tesla factory in China's commercial hub of Shanghai.
I would like to just very much congratulate you on the amazing work that you've done. It's been incredibly impressive how you have been able to overcome so many difficulties and so many challenges.
The video of Musk's visit to Tesla's Shanghai factory, the automaker's biggest production hub, showed him making an address and posing for photos with a Giga Shanghai sign, flanked by hundreds of employees. The US billionaire departed Shanghai on Thursday, wrapping up a 2-day trip to China in which he met senior Chinese government officials, including the highest-ranking vice premier. And a white beluga whale, first sighted off the coast of northern Norway in 2019, has reappeared near Sweden in the past few weeks. The beluga, nicknamed Haldimir, became a local celebrity when it was first seen off the coast of northern Norway, wearing a harness printed with Equipment St. Petersburg, with a camera mount attached. This led some to speculate it was part of a Russian spy training program. The whale had been making its way southward along the Norwegian coast since 2019, but it was seen off Sweden's southwestern coast last week. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel's studios in Lagos.